Hey, an update. Uh, my surgery was yesterday, from 8:15 to 2:15, I think. So that's the actual start and end time, not including all the prep and paperwork and all that. So 6 hours. I did today. It's 3:30 now. I have talked to each of the surgeons, so I can update a bit. Apparently, the liver resection was done first and went very fast. Or they finished early, I guess is the way to say it. I don't think they were going fast. And as far as I can tell, not having read a report, there's no complications, or at least nobody brought anything up to me. Each of the plans went the way that everybody would most prefer. I don't know if you can see my vitals there. The pain has not changed. Obviously, in the lower, torso, the anterior belly or trunk. We had a bunch of conversations and arguments and advocacies and second opinions kind of thing in terms of pain. My understanding is I'm supposed to have food, show function, and address pain. And the way it's explained to me is that the pain's more up to the medical team than me. But basically, the Dilaudid and Tylenol haven't seemed to do much. I took a break from the Tylenol, but then later I learned that studies show that if you're on the Tylenol, even if you don't notice a difference, it may reduce the amount of narcotics you'll need to take to reach the same effect as one might with a higher dose. So I thought that was a pretty good argument. So I'm back on the Tylenol, which is $9.75, $3.25 pills. I had some broth, I had some Gatorade, I had plenty of water. They were gonna give me supplemental fluids, but then they kind of recognized that I was doing pretty good with my, oral intake of fluids, so that felt like a win. In terms of supplements, I've had potassium twice, a higher dose and a lower dose. I've had, don't know if I remember, but I mentioned it in the last update. But since then, I think also magnesium was the new one. So, maybe labs in the morning will show us. Apparently my magnesium was within range, but on the low end of the healthy range. So they thought just get it going. I guess particularly with fluids diluting, the plasma, the blood plasma. So I think that's the causation there. The Dilaudid, the narcotic, really hasn't shown any effect, nothing measurable, much less marked. So after quite a while, we settled on and got permission and argued for the PCA, which is the thing you've heard about, where you press a button to get your pain medicine. And we discussed and came to an understanding and argued and advocated for morphine. Not morphine and Dilaudid, just morphine. I press the button 3 times every 10 minutes. Is a milligram, 1 milligram per milliliter. So far I haven't noticed any effect. Oh boy, that was a little burp, but it really hurt. But we'll see. I have like systemic itching, which may not be made better by the morphine. Could be worsened, but definitely afraid of getting fully up to walk, mostly because of the process of doing the getting up. Seems like a massive challenge. If I envision myself standing and walking, I feel like I could stand on one leg and walk and I'd be fine. But the getting there is tough. I spent about 2 hours this afternoon slowly raising my bed, the sort of the torso part of the bed, kind of like this, very, very slowly to the maximum, figuring that if they had me walking, I'll have done part of the hard work of getting myself a bit more upright. They've, many hours ago, approved me to go to another non-ICU floor, which I think I mentioned in the update. I guess I'm still waiting for a bed, so who knows when that could happen. I'm content here. My pain has been, a 7 to an 8.5 since I woke up from anesthesia. Hasn't really changed. I have some numbness in the radial side of my left arm. And that systemic itching, which I can't really chase everywhere, but I got a back scratcher, so that's fun. I had a cup of chicken broth, and I've just drank, I guess, about a half a quart of Gatorade in the last, let's say, 90 minutes. I don't know. So that's good. They took my A-line out, and they took my the dressing from my IJ line in my neck. I still have the JP train somewhere in my abdomen. And of course I'm hooked up to the morphine through that IV, trying to get my port flushed. We'll see if that might happen. And they took the catheter out for urine, but I haven't peed yet, and I have about a half hour in which to prove I can pee. Otherwise, they like a sonogram to see the volume in the bowel, and then recatheterize to drain, which of course I'm really looking forward to. Nightmare. So I really like to pee. So we'll see. Nobody's certainly talking about when I go home yet, but function, food, and pain. That's the plan. If I get up, it'd be really nice to get a little practice in. So that's it for an update. Be good to one another without proceeding with judgment. Just plain be good. Love. And I'm at Smilow Cancer Hospital at Yale, New Haven, Connecticut.